There's been some new, I guess we could call it drama for a lack of a better term, going on in the Battlefield 6 community, and it's surrounding pretty much the new skins that are coming to Season 1. So with the Season 1 trailer, we didn't exactly get anything in that trailer that shows us a lot of what these new skins look like, but some people have gotten early access and have shared images online of what these new skins actually look like. There's been a huge debate going on in the community over whether or not these skins actually fit with the style of Battlefield 6, if they set a precedent for the future to include goofy skins and unrealistic skins, that sort of discourse. Now, I personally have a lot to say about the situation, and I do think that there is a problem with the way these skins actually look. Not all of them, but some of them definitely. I do question the decisions made behind them, so let's talk about it in today's video. Battlefield 6 so far has been a really solid FPS game, and I think it's probably one of my favorite games to release in 2025. It's been one of the first games that I've actually enjoyed in terms of a multiplayer FPS experience in a while, and for the most part, I think that it's doing a solid job at what it's trying to be. While there are a couple of things here and there that do bother me, one of the things that I really appreciated about the way Battlefield 6 launched was that the skins actually looked like they fit the style and the vibe of what Battlefield 6 is about. Battlefield 6 has a more in today's style sort of approach to the skins that we see in the game, and I do really like that. I think the Phantom Edition skins are also pretty solid as well. I know some people were bothered by the red and black thing, but I do think it looks cool, and the way it was done in these skins wasn't actually bad at all for the Phantom Edition. However, the Season 1 skins are definitely not what I was hoping to see. You see, the thing is, with Battlefield 6, I was hoping that we would get a more kind of, not exactly milsim game. I don't want Arma and Squad, but what I wanted was something a little bit more grounded, which is exactly what the devs said Battlefield 6 was going to be like. They said for the most part, most of the skins are going to be grounded and in the style that they're going for, a gritty, realistic, modern, tactical, military FPS game. As someone who's been playing Call of Duty and Battlefield and other FPS games as well for a long time, something I really didn't like about what happened with Call of Duty following Modern Warfare 2019 was the way the skins actually started to change. You see, Modern Warfare 2019 wasn't my favorite from a gameplay perspective, but I appreciated the fact that for the most part, it stuck to a more milsim looking style, and I mean look-wise. It fit really well, and some of my favorite skins of all time from any Call of Duty game have come out of Modern Warfare 2019. It did it right, it pulled in a lot of really cool special forces units, military groups, things like that. You had really just a nice grounded look in Modern Warfare 2019, and I appreciated that. And something that bothered me a lot about what happened following that game was the way that things diverted so dramatically, especially when we're looking at Black Ops 6, where you see all these bizarre cartoony skins. You've got American Dad and Beavis and Butthead, things that just completely do not fit with Call of Duty's vibe and style, and that's part of the reason why Call of Duty's kind of had a lot of issues lately, because it's not really understanding its own identity. Now, thankfully, none of the skins that are actually going to be in Battlefield 6 Season 1 are cartoony or anything like that, but for the most part, the issue that's going on here is the way they look. I really don't understand why some of these skins look so off, if that makes sense. I mean, we've got neon colors, we've got a lot of green. I don't know what this abomination of a skin is, but it's just really bizarre to look at. They don't feel like they fit with this game. Some of these skins look really great, and they do look like they fit with Battlefield 6, and some of them just don't seem like they make any sense. And the thing is, that's part of my problem with the way they look. I'm not saying that every single skin has to be boring, but I don't really also understand how milsim looking stuff, or at least more accurate looking skins, are boring. I actually went online and looking up these sorts of military tactical gear type stuff, you can see these images look really cool, and I don't understand why we don't just take inspiration from this kind of look and create these skins in Battlefield 6. You see, one of the best skins in this whole lineup is this one right here, which is actually made in tandem with the US Army Rangers, and that's a really cool look for a skin in Battlefield 6, and it fits completely. It makes complete sense, and I don't see why we don't have more of these kinds of skins in Battlefield 6. Why do we need the neon green and the weird kind of colors here that just don't really work? Now, some people say, well, there are some military gear and kits and stuff out there that actually do have brighter colors. That's true. So why didn't they just take inspiration from those that already exist, and why come up with these designs that don't really fit with this grounded style that they were actually going for? The skin that's caused a lot of controversy controversy and made a lot of rounds online has been this blue skin. And this is one that I definitely want to highlight. So this one is supposed to be a free skin, which is really cool that they're actually giving skins away for free. Call of Duty could never. You're just going to get a bunch of double XP tokens in that game. But the thing is, why does it have to look this blue? Some people said, okay, well, there are actually blue military uniforms, which is 100% true. Yes, there are blue military gear and uniforms and whatever out there, but the shade of blue being used in Battlefield is not the shade of blue we're talking about in these other groups. The shade of blue used in Battlefield 6 for this skin is bright blue. It looks like my first thought, at least that came to mind, was that it looks like a blue raspberry or something like that. This just doesn't look right. I literally think if they had just tuned the blue neon type color down just a tad, it would have looked perfectly fine and it wouldn't look that bad at all. But also the mask on the face is really kind of cringy. But anyways, now let me make this clear here. I don't think that Battlefield 6's skins cannot have any color whatsoever on them. By any means necessary, they must all be the same shade. That's not what I'm saying at all. I do think a little bit of color here and there is fine. For instance, like I said, the Phantom Edition skins, I didn't mind the red at all, and in fact, I actually thought it looked cool. The issue is that they're, for some reason, thinking that to look like the military style that they're going for, that equates to being boring, and that in order to sell skins, they have to look fun and exciting and bright and poppy and neon and whatever, which I don't really think this fits with who wants to play Battlefield. I think that for Battlefield players, they appreciate the grounded look of Battlefield games, which is exactly why I point out Battlefield 4 skins. Battlefield 4 had a much more grounded and consistent look for their skins, and people didn't complain. Sure, some of the skins looked different, had different colors, you had blue, you had these sorts of things, but nothing ever looked off for Battlefield 4's factions and groups and skins. I think what Battlefield 6 needs to do is just tone down these things and make it look more grounded in what it's trying to be. I don't think Battlefield 6 needs to emulate Call of Duty in taking this approach. I think what Call of Duty did wrong was directing its approach away from what it did in Modern Warfare 2019. And I also think that some of these skins don't look like they fit Battlefield 6. If you had told me these were skins from Battlefield 2042, I would have believed you because they don't look like skins for Battlefield 6. They do literally look like something I've seen in 2042. I don't think it's wrong to have a little bit of color, but what I think is wrong is to allow the skins to not look like they fit at all. And I think that the artistic design here should have been readjusted and should have been fixed to actually fit what they're trying to go for in Battlefield 6. I don't think that it's wrong to point this out, and I don't think that it's just mindless complaining and that you don't want to have fun if you point it out. I do think that the skins just don't look that great. Some of them look perfectly fine. Some of them actually look really cool, but others just don't make any sense. And I pointed some of them out in the video earlier. That's my take on the situation personally. I do think that some of the skins are fine, but some of these definitely don't fit with this game at all. And I think some of these skins actually kind of got ruined by the addition of these splashes of color that don't really fit with the vibe. Thankfully, the craziest drama, so to speak, happening right now with Battlefield 6 is not that the game is broken, but that some of the skins just don't look good. That's kind of telling that the game is in a really good state right now. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about the skins in the comments below. If you like them, if you don't like them, what your thoughts on the whole thing are. Like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications set to all so you don't miss out on another upload. And that's all for today, folks.